Okay, Kelly. Active dry yeast. 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 cup of warm water, 1 package of active dry yeast. So we're going to put the warm, not hot, but warm, in the bowl. To that, we're going to add a tablespoon of sugar. This is for the pizza crust recipe. It's a basic bread recipe, really, for Mediterranean bread. Okay, so I should have had this already ready. I'm going to have to do this in sections. Okay, so tablespoon of sugar. And we're going to dissolve that real good. Whenever you're working with yeast, always add it to sweet water. Never add it to straight water. You need sugar to properly activate the yeast. Okay. So get that nice and dissolved. See, nice and clear. Okay. Now to this, let me tilt this down just a little bit. To this bowl here, we're going to add 1 of these packets of the active dry yeast. There we go. Saves 2 for later. We want to stir this up. We're going to leave it in a warm place to rise, okay? About 10 minutes, okay? It's going to get kind of foamy on top. So we're going to put it over here where I've been preheating the oven. Okay, now we're going to, so I'm actually cooking a meatloaf right now. Now, while that's doing its thing, I'm going to go over here to a larger bowl. And I'm going to mix 2 cups of flour. Let's see, where's my flour? I guess I could get it together a little better before I start the video. Okay, so we're going to put a couple cups of flour. That's all-purpose flour. 1, 2, and to that we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. Now, I like putting spices in my flour, even though I put also in the oil. So I'm going to take some ground oregano. I'm just going to shake some in there like that, not a whole lot. And I'm going to put some, if I can find it, where's my basil? I like a little bit of red pepper in there, so I'm going to put some cayenne. I also put this in my oil, cayenne. See? Okay, a little bit of cayenne. So I like a little bite to it. And where is my basil? It's oregano. No, that's garlic salt. Where's my basil? Ground oregano. My basil is hiding from, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to shake some basil. I also put it in the oil, okay? And now the main thing that I'm supposed to be putting in here is a teaspoon of salt, okay? Now I happen to know what a teaspoon of salt looks like poured into my hand, so I'm going to go like this. But you can use a teaspoon to measure that. Okay, now I'm going to mix that up real good. Now, our yeast is sitting over there for 10 minutes. So this is going to come on the next video. We're going to let this rest while that's resting. I took some garlic and onion and I put about, let's see, about that much. Okay, about that much. And I pounded it. I chopped it up real small. And then I pounded it. So I'm going to show you how we do that. Now you want a strong bowl for this because you don't want to break the bowl. Now, I I'm kind of funny. I take my olive oil bottle and just go like that, and it knocks the paper off of the garlic. See? Get all that paper off. And you want to cut that butt end off of it, okay? And then I just slice it like this, kind of chunk it up. You can also put it in the blender or food processor if you want to. Okay, go like that. I chop it up with the big knife if I want to, but I don't want to. Okay, so now I'm not going to do all that because I already have some done, but I'm just going to show you how to do it. And I guess we'll use my big knife. And okay, get the onion. I said I could have got my act together. Okay. Take the onion. Okay, now I just want a little bit of this onion, so I'm going to make a crisscross pattern with my knife on the top. And I'm not just making this for Kelly, I'm making this for granddaughters too. Okay, so we're going to say that's enough onion. Okay. And we're going to put some onion in there. Now, to that, we're going to add a little bit of ground oregano and a little bit of sweet basil and a little bit more my cayenne. Okay. Now, I know this is a massager that I've always just used for garlic. You can use any flat bottom item. You can use a cup, salt shaker, whatever that's flat on the bottom, and begin to pound it because you're trying to get the oil out of it. And I suppose you could use that pre-done garlic, pre-chopped garlic, but I just don't think it does as good a job. And you don't want to let it fly out like that. Okay, so you kind of crush it down. Yeah, I'm making the onions fly. Mash that real good. And if you put a little salt in there, it's not for the flavor, it's so that it'll help it smash up. Because it's porous. I mean, it's coarse and it'll, see? And now that all that oil's come out of the garlic and the onion from smashing it, we're going to take some olive oil and I clean off my smasher with the olive oil. We're going to add a bunch of olive oil in there. Now, I only need 2 tablespoons to go into the yeast that we're fixing to put it into. It's looking nice and foamy. Okay, so there it is. And we're going to put a little bit more olive oil in there. I need to get some more olive oil. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is already seasoned. It's all right. We're going to put some more seasonings in it. Okay. So get the olive oil in there. Yep, just a little olive oil in there. Because you're going to be brushing it with the olive oil too the whole time you're making it. So, oops, that doesn't fit. Okay, so put that lid back on. See? Now, fortunately, my yeast is over here going at a amazing pace at getting ready. See how foamy it is? Isn't that lovely? So we're not going to wait the whole 10 minutes because we don't have to. Okay, so there's my extra oil. Okay, now We need 2 tablespoons of oil to go into this lovely stuff. So we're going to move all that junk aside, all that onions and garlic. We're going to go 1. And a little of the onions and garlic are going to get off in that oil. That's okay. 2. And I'm going to add a little extra because my onions and my garlic are getting in my way. Come on. So I'm going to add a little bit extra. Okay. Now, we're going to stir that up. Isn't that lovely? Now, we've got our flour over here, right? And it's got the salt and the spices in it. We're going to go like this. Dump this in here. And so you want to stir it up real good. And it may need just a touch more water. We'll see in a minute. Get some handy just in case. But if it does need more, it won't need much more. Okay, so we want to get a nice soft dough to come up. Just a touch more water. Because what we're after is a nice soft dough. Here it comes. I think it depends on the humidity and stuff as to how much flour to water ratio is. Okay, now, that bowl is going to be important in a minute. Let me put that aside. And I use a glass, but you can use whatever you want. Let me make sure it's dry. Yes, I use a blow dryer to cook it a lot. Okay, there we go. Okay, so nice dry surface. And we're going to add flour to that surface. Okay, now we want to make sure our hands are very covered in flour. We're going to make a big mess doing this. Okay, and get that dough. You want to knead it for just a minute. Okay, make sure that you get all the stuff that's in the bowl mixed into the dough. I'm going to put it out on my floured board. Put this stuff down here. Okay, and I'm going to work it in. I'm going to work it into the dough. Yep, I filled a piece of onion. I'm going to take it out though. Okay, that's a piece of garlic. Oops, how did that get in there? Okay. So we're going to go like that and make a ball out of it, okay? Get a nice soft ball, right? Okay, now our oil. I'm going to get my brush all oiled up. You want to oil this bowl. It doesn't have to be glass, okay? I happen to like glass. And put the dough in there and cover it with oil like that. Okay. Take a piece of saran wrap and like that. Now we're going to put it over here in a warm place. Okay, Google, how much time is left on my timers?
T-minus 28 minutes and 47 seconds.
Okay, Google, thank you. So when my other timer goes off for my meatloaf, it's going to be approximately 30 minutes. We'll check on the...
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, Google, thank you.
You're very welcome. I aim to please.
So we're going to let that rest and get ready to finish it up in a minute. That's going to rise to about double its size. So see you in a few.